Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I have some bad news. Desert Bloom Park that we renovated in the past is gone. So I'm just going to do a speed build today and maybe just kind of do this again. I feel awful. It's just I had to restart my entire computer because it was just crashing and blowing up every 3 seconds, and it just couldn't handle everything. So I ended up having to delete every single thing. And I didn't think to back up my save file because I'm still new to this. This is still new. So we're going to try this again. And I think that I am going to be able to do this a little differently this time around. It might not be the exact same, but there's going to be some things that I kept that I liked. So like the parking lot is still there. The little hopscotch that I built is still there, but everything else is just kind of new. Also, I had a question. This happening right here, this problem where I can't go all the way to the edge of the lot with my fences and stuff. I end up having to do like a quick fix here. But why is that? Has that always been a thing where you can't do the outside of the lot with fences? Because I can't do it with walls either, and I'm just curious because I don't remember that being an issue before. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, there's me adding in the cars. If anyone wants to know how I do that, it's just move objects and opening up debugs. So, BB dot show hidden objects and BB dot move objects, and then you can just toggle the mouse to make the items bigger or smaller, and it gives you a load of other items to use in the game. So they're not usable, they're just kind of there for looks, but I like the look of having a parking lot at the park. You can see here that I'm also trying to find things to decorate this park with, because that was the same problem I had last time, where since I'm renovating Oasis Springs at the moment, that game or that town came with the base game, so I can only use base game items. Because if you guys take my save file, I want you to be able to use every town that you have access to. So if you have base game and you open up my park, nothing will be missing. And that's kind of what I wanted out of this. And if things are missing, hopefully it's nothing huge that actually matters, because I have been filtering everything for base game and, making sure that that's all good. But I do use a lot of debug items, so hopefully when you place the items in the lot, or when you before you open the save file, you should probably enable bb.moveObjects and bb. Show hidden objects to make sure everything places fine and every item is still there, because I don't want things to go missing. I don't think it super affects things, but you never know. So, and you can see that I'm decorating my little pond here. I actually really liked how that pond turned out, because it's the exact same pond as the first one, but I just flip it and put it on the other side. So it's the same idea as the original pond, but hey, I'm just going around decorating everything with plants and making it look more, alive with nature and things like that. So I really like those little cowtail plants. Those are really cool to place just kind of all over the place. And those little weeds are awesome too, especially for this area, because really there wouldn't be, I didn't use as many plants this time around as I did the first time, because it is a desert and they probably wouldn't live. I mean, the cactus would, but like the rest of the plants probably wouldn't live. It is very hot, and I just feel like it'd be very hot, so I don't want to make it unrealistic of having a bunch of plants there, because you wouldn't. But anyway, I just think that this pond is really cute the way that it turned out, and the plants that I chose just really complement everything, and I think I want to use this pond a little more often, or the other options that come with the base game with the debug items. I just love the debug items. They're so good to use. And yeah, so I'm placing the items that were there originally, because for, again, the lack of base game items, I do think that using what was already there is probably a good idea. This was pretty much the outside done. I think that I add just like a few more things here and there just to give people a little bit more things to do. And I do think that I add a pool later as well, because again, you're at a park, it's hot, a pool would be a good idea. And I did think that place was just looking a little bit dead, so I decided to add a little bit of like plant pots here and there to add some stuff to it. I just felt like it needed more. There weren't enough items, so I figured, the pool would work, decorate that up a bit, add some more plants, just I don't know. This one was very difficult for me, and the fact that I still have like 3 more towns to do with just base game is gonna be difficult, and I'm thinking what I wanna do is do the base game one like this one, and then do another save file where I do the exact same thing. I redo every single lot, every house, every villager, it's not Animal Crossing, but every single townie, and just, do what I want pretty much. No restrictions, no anything like that, just do everything that I want to do. Then the people who have access to those packs can use those packs, but I mean that save file. But then the people who don't would have this, and that's fine. And you can also add your own things. So if you come into, you come into some money and you're able to pick up the rest of the packs or whatever the reason is that you don't have the packs, if you're able to get them, you can always add stuff to the town yourself, which is, fun. You can make it like a combo save file. Not that I think that, to pressure you guys into getting the packs. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. In fact, I understand not being able to afford every single pack. There's a lot of them and they're expensive, but I totally understand, and I'm not pressuring any of you guys to get the packs if you can't afford it or if you don't want them, any reason whatsoever. That is the main reason why I chose to do this save file the way that I did, because I knew that you would want to be able to still play it even if you didn't own every single pack. And the only reason why I do it all is because I just I feel incomplete if I don't have all the packs. So that's just me. I like to collect the packs for The Sims. I have all the Sims 3 packs, I have all the 4s, but that's not because of anything like pressure for you guys. That's not what I want to do at all. I understand totally. So don't feel pressured, and I'm sorry that if I might have made you feel that way. Yeah, but that's why I have the base game the way that I do. But I just wanted to clear that up before anybody started saying that that's what I was saying. I didn't mean it that way. But there is something that I did discover while making this save file, and that is with the terrain paint and just how like cool it is. I never used terrain tools until I started doing my save file, and I really like using it. I don't know what it is, but just something about the terrain tools just adds that little extra bit of life to everything because it just feels like it's been used, like you've been living there, people have been walking around. That way, instead of the sand just being a pure sand color, like it's been kicked up, it's been moved, it's, gonna be darker and lighter in some places depending on where people have been. And I just thought the terrain tools were just a handy little feature. And also, I apologize right now for the fact that I tend to sniffle a lot and I tend to yawn a lot. So a lot of that gets edited out. But if I miss any and you notice, again, I'm just saying right now that I'm sorry about that. I don't know what it is. I don't think I breathe enough or something because I'm just yawning every second of every day, and anytime I catch a breath, I have to sniff, and my mic is right next to my face because I use a headset mic. So it catches every piece of breath out of my mouth, and I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to give people the heads up in case they noticed, and but this was just me adding some more of that terrain paint all over the place, give it a little bit of a glow. I did think the light sand really added something to this because I just thought that looked so cool. Oh, and then I did notice, because I completely forgot, I might have to go back in and change that, but I added the terrain paint to the bottom of the grills and then I scooted them over a little bit. I moved the grills over, but I don't fix the terrain paint. And when I was editing this back before I, did the voiceover, oh, that annoyed the heck out of me. That was me renaming the park. Gotta put my branding on shit, whatever. But yeah, what do you guys want to see next from me? Because I have a couple of ideas for things, but I don't know. I don't want to like put all this time and effort into something if you guys just aren't interested in that. And I had the prison challenge let's play, and I have the legacy challenge, and I have a something else. I don't remember at the moment, but pretty much what I'm asking is maybe for some advice. Like what are some things that you guys enjoy watching? Like, do you like the prison challenge? And if you do you have any advice on that? I want to do it correctly, but I'm also going to do it a little bit my own way because I want to, have fun with it. So, but because I noticed it's like one of the rules is like you have to have 15 prisoners, but you can only have 8 people on your lot. So like, how do you do that? Do you just steal people and put them in the tap, put them in? Because if that's the case, that's actually kind of easy. I don't know how hard it would be to get 15 people living in your house, but yeah, if you guys have any advice on that, I'd love to know. I might just have to watch some other people play and see what they do, but I like talking to people, and if, that gets you guys talking, I would love it. I skip over where I ended up editing out, but I did have a bit of a conniption with this painting the building problem because right now, I mean, I like the way it looks for the most part. I'm actually not 100% sold on it, but I just skipped over where I was really, really struggling with that. And I am a little bit of a self-conscious builder because I do want things to look good. And now that I know that people are watching me, I do want them to enjoy this as well. So I'm probably going to have to do some tutorials or something because I know that from what I've seen on Twitter, most people prefer to have some kind of building video done. And I'm just not big on building. I think it's fun. I like to do it, but I'm not good at it. I don't have an eye for like building. And so I tend to mess it up or something. I don't know. It's just not right. And, but yeah, so, but if you guys have any advice on building as well, I know Kayla or Little Simsy has playlists for building, but does anybody else have good tutorials for building and maybe some advice on how to get these things to stop clipping? Now I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna fix up this little study room. And this one stays pretty much the same way as it was originally. I had like the desks and the tables and made this like a little study room. I added a few more little features here and there, like there's like a painting station with like canvases all over the place. And I didn't use move objects to push the tables together. It was just, I just didn't care at this point. I just wanted this done. But this is like a little study area. So if you come to the park, maybe this is your after school activity. Oh yeah, this is where my game started freaking out. I don't know what was happening. I think my computer was lagging or something, and I ended up clipping out more than I meant to, so it jumps around a bit, and I'm sorry about that. I really am. So this end part is kind of a mess. But yeah, that's the town, or the town, that's the park, and these are some of those screenshots I got for you. What do you think? Let me know. Leave a comment down below telling me how I did, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.